Hello, I'm Chrissy. I'm a middle aged mom. I love Jesus, I love my family, and I love a good Peloton workout. I'm also a survivor. I believe in healing. I believe it's real. I believe hope is possible. And I believe that small goodness can make big change. I'm not a pastor. I'm not a life coach. I'm not an NFL football player's wife or a Kardashian. I'm just a woman walking this life honestly, learning out loud, and trying to make the world a better place, one conversation at a time. Welcome to You Can't Make It Up. This is a podcast about stories I've lived, stories I've read or seen, stories that intrigue me. We all have stories that you can't make up. Thank you for joining me for this episode of You Can't Make It Up. I'd like to say I am a podcasting newbie, but with a year under my belt now, I feel like a pro. Well, I've at least moved past newbie, right? Maybe not yet in the video world. My first episode last was kind of amateur hour, but either way, I'm glad you're here to watch or to listen, preferably listen at this juncture. I'm broadcasting from Houston, Texas. My dream is to travel the world and experience the beauty that God has created, and I'm grateful you're here to listen. What will you learn or gain listening to this podcast? You'll hear real stories you can't make up. I want to encourage you to never give up. Life is hard, but you can overcome any obstacle with perseverance, and we can all persevere. Happy New Year! No, I haven't lost track of the calendar. Today is February 17th, which means it is officially the Lunar New Year. So, in preparing for today's episode, I wanted to learn more about the Lunar or Chinese New Year and decided to share a little bit about what I've learned and how I plan to take it into the new year. So, in my research for this episode, I discovered that I was born in the year of the snake. And if you're a fellow snake, you know that 2025 was also our year. According to my research, we are rational, calm, and thoughtful. And last year, I was told was a shedding of the skin year. But as of today, we are leaving that old skin in the dirt. We're trading the slow, careful slither for a full-on gallop. We are officially stepping into the year of the fire horse. Before I started my research, I thought it was just the year of the horse, but it is the fire horse, which makes it that much more fun. So, why the fire horse? The horse's natural element is fire. I did not know that, but since the element for 2026 is also fire, we're dealing with a double flame, and this hasn't happened since 1966. So starting today, the energy is supposed to shift into this massive surge of independence and bravery. And if my research is correct, we can expect significant career breakthroughs, travel, and a serious push for bold creative projects. The fire horse is famously stubborn and fast, which, if I'm being honest, sounds a little bit like me. And since it's the actual first day of the new year, I found some interesting traditions people like to follow to keep luck on their side. Can't make it up, y'all. Whatever you do, don't wash your hair today. Tradition says if you wash your hair on New Year's Day, you're literally washing your luck down the drain. Same goes for sweeping. Don't do it. You'll sweep the good fortune right out the front door. So if you need a reason to be a little messy today, you're welcome. I'm good on both of these. Then there's the red envelope rule. You never give an amount with a 4 in it because it's considered bad luck. This is awkward because 4 has always been my number, but since I'm not exactly expecting any envelopes full of cash today, and that's what we're talking about. People give cash in red envelopes, usually to kids on the Chinese New Year. I think I'll be okay. But if you are giving money, stick to the number 8. That is the magic number for wealth. Who knew? So, between my marathon training and being a mom to a kid who is nearly a high school senior, I feel the heat of 2026 already. So, transitioning from the quiet snake year to this explosive horse energy may seem like a lot, but I'm developing a game plan to handle the pace if I must. First, I'm going to pick a lane. The horse likes to run in every direction at once. I need one central focus. With a teenager about to start her senior year, things are going to get chaotic. So I plan to ask myself, does this opportunity fit my goals? If not, I'm saying no so I can stay present for big milestones. 2, I'm going to break things down using the marathon method. I thought this was appropriate since I am training for a marathon. You don't run 26 miles in a day. You do it 1 mile at a time. High energy years make everything feel like an emergency, but the best way to keep the horse from bolting is to take grounded steps. So whether it's my training or a big career move, I'm going to stick to one tiny specific win every day and every week. Number 3, schedule rest like a job. I don't have much trouble with this one, but when you've got double flame motivation, you might forget to sleep. Between long runs and senior year prep, I can't afford to burn out by March, so I'm going to protect my downtime like it's sacred meeting. Dim the lights, put the phone away. I really need to focus on that, and I will cool the engine so I don't overheat. I will hit the pause button. During fire years, emotions tend to get spicy, if you will. When training gets tough and I need to learn to practice the pause, I will take some deep breaths and give the horse a second to settle down so I can actually think. It's going to be a wild, fast, and beautiful ride. If you're a tiger or a dog, apparently this is your lucky year to shine. For the rest of us, just hold on to the reins. I'm ready to leave that old snakeskin behind and gallop into the fire of the year of the horse. So happy New Year, everyone.
Thank you for listening to You Can't Make It Up. Interested in sponsoring this podcast? Email us, you can't make it up, bcpmedia@gmail.com.
If you are new here, every week I feature a story from the headlines that falls into the category of you cannot make this stuff up. And with the Winter Olympics in full swing, change this microphone. With the Olympics in full swing, I thought I'd grab a headline from the Winter Games. And here it is, y'all. The Olympic Village officially ran out of free condoms in just 72 hours. That's right, 72 hours. According to reports from The Athletic, organizers put out about 10,000 condoms for the games for the athletes. By day 3, they were gone. Put that into perspective, Paris apparently provided 300,000 last summer. Italy basically gave these athletes a grand total of 3 per person for the entire 2 weeks. Apparently, organizers thought the winter weather would keep everyone under their own separate blankets, but looks like they were wrong. Thankfully, they've promised a restock. I mean, I'm glad to know there's a little fun happening even with all of the hard work of these athletes. Can't make it up, y'all. That is it for this episode of You Can't Make It Up. Thank you for joining me. Between episodes, I am on the socials. On Instagram, I'm your mom 6868. On X, my handle is CNF77, also known as Boring Christine. And if you're on the Peloton app, let's work out together. Also, Boring Christine. Thank you again for joining me for You Can't Make It Up. Tune in for a new episode in 2 weeks. And thank you for listening. And remember to be kind. Everyone is going through something that you know nothing about.
You Can't Make It Up is a production of BCP Multimedia. This podcast is produced and written by Chrissy Jackson. All rights are reserved.